Duplication glitches, everybody needs them. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 best duplication glitches out in the game right now. Let's go ahead and get right into it. For this first glitch, it's going to be a material duplication glitch. It's the same concept as the wood pillar dupe glitch, but in my opinion, it's a lot easier. First thing we need to do is go ahead and change your FPS down to 30. Go into settings and then graphics. It's going to look a bit harsh, but just bear with it. We need the choppiness to make the glitch work. Now make sure you have all of the materials you want to duplicate in a chest and not in your inventory. You can see the numbers are 512, 721, and 750. From here, go ahead and choose whatever you want to build to duplicate your materials in the build menu. I chose a medicine workbench. And now just head outside of the circle and press whatever button it is for the alignment mode change. Walk up to the edge of the circle just enough that your materials become available. You can see that roughly half of my right foot is inside. I'll be using that as an indicator. Once you position yourself correctly, what you want to do is leave the circle and build continuously at the same time. You can see that all of my materials are not being used and they're staying the same. Just keep doing this until you have a few of them placed down or are forced to stop by the build limit. I do mess up on 2 or 3 of these, but that's okay. Once you get the timing down, this becomes super easy to do back to back. I'm going to keep this part uncut just to show you that I mess up on a few of these, but it really doesn't matter because I duplicated more of these than I messed up. So in the end, I still end up with more than I started with, and that's the whole point of the glitch. From here, just delete all of the builds that you put down. You're going to see that all of the duplicate materials go into your inventory. Go ahead and just place them in the chest. If you take a look at our materials, they went up to 762, 971, 960. And that's the glitch done. I prefer doing this glitch over the wood pillar where you have to place it in a super specific spot. And sometimes it doesn't work, so you have to move it and it takes forever to set up the glitch correctly. This is just so much faster and easier. But with that being said, let's move on to the next glitch. Now this glitch is going to be a PAL duplication glitch. You will be able to duplicate any PAL that you can hatch from an egg. So it's super useful when you breed a PAL with perfect traits. If you haven't already, go and breed a PAL so you have an egg ready to use. I'm going to be breeding a Xenolod. Once you have your desired egg ready, what we want to do is change our autosave interval to 30 minutes in the world settings. Those who already have this set, just back out to create a hard save and log back in like normal. Once we log back in, just grab your egg and incubate it. You want to have it set so it does it instantly. You can change this in your world settings, but once it's incubated, what we want to do is head over to the global PAL box and place it inside so it gets saved and doesn't revert back to an egg. From here, we want to force quit our game. For PC, it's Alt F4, and for console, you want to close the application. Do not return to title or else this will not work. So let's go and force quit the game. Now that we are back in the game, you can see we still have our original egg that we bred. And if we go to the global PAL box, our Xenolod is still there as well. Now just move over your PAL into your PAL box, and just like that, the glitch is done. You just duplicated your PAL. Just keep force quitting your game over and over to get as many as you want. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next glitch. For this next glitch, it's going to be a 4-star PAL duplication glitch. We are going to be able to fully condense as many PALs as you can get a hold of without the tedious grind. You will need at least one fully condensed PAL in order for this to work. The first step is set your autosave interval to 30 minutes if you haven't, but since I do, I'm just going to quit and create a hard save. Once we load back in, go to your PAL condensation machine. You can see I'm using Orzerk. I have 1 fully condensed and 5 that are not. Click on the PAL that is not condensed and then click on your 4-star PAL and click begin condensation. Agree to all of the pop-ups and boom, you have a fully condensed PAL. From here, go to your global PAL box and place it in there to save it. Now just go back to the condenser and keep repeating that same process. Once you are all finished condensing your PALs and they are all placed inside the global PAL box, we want to force quit our game. Now just like before, it's Alt F4 on PC and close application on console. Once we log back in, if we head over to the PAL box, we are going to see that our original PALs are still there, 1 condensed PAL and 5 uncondensed PALs. And if we go to the global PAL box, we can see all of our condensed PALs are there as well. From this point, either continue the glitch or move over the PALs from the global PAL box. The condensed PALs are going to want to overwrite the base PALs, just click OK to get them. Keep doing this until all of your PALs have been moved over to the PAL box. One thing to keep in mind is that once your PALs have been inside the global PAL box, they can no longer be used to condense PALs, so keep at least one 4-star PAL out to continue the glitch. And with that being said, this glitch does require some setup beforehand, but once you have everything required, it's super helpful to not capture a boatload of PALs again. But let's get on with the next glitch. This next glitch is going to be a Solos duplication glitch. You can use this with the condensation glitch to make your PALs super OP really fast. But like with the past few glitches, you want your autosave interval to be at 30 minutes. And now that we are logged back in, go ahead and head over to the Statue of Power and click Enhance PAL. And choose whatever PAL you would like. I'm going to use the Gory Rat Terra. You can see that it has no upgrades yet and our PAL souls are 15, 68, 7, and 30. Now we want to go ahead and upgrade it as much as we can. Obviously it's going to depend on how many souls you already have. As you can see, the attack on the right is at 516. Now once we enhance the PAL, the attack jumps up to 825. From here, close out of the menu and head over to the PAL box and place the PAL you just enhanced inside. Now go over to the global PAL box and duplicate it. So now here's where the glitch really begins. Now what we want to do is force close our game. For PC, it's going to be Alt F4, and for console, you just have to close the application. Now let's go ahead and force close our game. So now that we are loaded back in the game, make your way over to the PAL box and you're going to see that your non-upgraded PAL is still in the PAL box. Head over to the global PAL box and in there you will see your upgraded PAL. If we try to bring our PAL over to the left, the non-upgraded PAL will overwrite it. So just cancel out of that. Now head to the PAL box and place your PAL into your party. This part is optional, but if you have a PAL this assembly line, you can go ahead and use that, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to be using the meat cleaver just to show you don't really need to be a high level to do this. So now from here, bring out your PAL and just butcher it. Do this glitch with the PAL you don't mind killing, but if you do accidentally kill the wrong PAL, you can just reload the save and work your way back up to this step. From here, make your way over to the global PAL box and now you will see that we can bring over our upgraded PAL with no issues. I like to delete the PAL from the global PAL box after it's been moved just so it doesn't cause any confusion. Now if we go to the PAL box, we can see that our upgraded PAL is going to be waiting there for us. And if we head over to the Statue of Power, we can see that the same amount of souls that we had before the upgrade is still there. Which means you can continuously upgrade your PALs over and over without actually wasting any PAL souls. Now just keep doing this over and over and over until you are satisfied, and before you realize it, that weak PAL that you had before has become much stronger. With this last glitch, this is going to be a Hallowed bars duplication glitch. It's going to be at the sealed realm of Terraria. Coordinates are -420 and -790. Just go ahead and enter the dungeon like you normally would. Once you're inside, you want to look for these pots right here. They drop Hallowed bars, but if you shoot them with a single shot weapon, they drop, well, nothing apparently. Well, they should drop Hallowed bars. But if we go find another pot, there's some over here to the right. We can shoot them with a shotgun and you can see instead of the single bag that it usually drops, it drops a whole bunch. This will work with any shotgun in the game. We can keep doing this with all the pots in the dungeon. I'm going to make my way through the entire dungeon to see how many bars we can get with this glitch, just to show y'all that this glitch really is worth doing. But one quick thing to note is that with this glitch, it depends on how many bullets actually hit the pot. If only one bullet hits the pot, you get one drop. but if all the bullets hit the pot, you get multiple drops. This glitch also works with these walls. If you break them with a shotgun, you will get multiple hollowed bar drops as opposed to just breaking them with any other kind of single shot weapon. We made it to the end of the dungeon, and the amount of hollowed bars that we were able to farm with this glitch is actually insane. We were able to get 1,272 hollowed bars. Depending on the drop rate of the pot, it drops about 10 to 20 bars. So even on the low end, if we were to break these with any other weapon, we would get 10 times less than what we got just now. But from here, just beat the boss and exit like normal, or if you aren't strong enough, just quit the title and log back in to leave the dungeon. So those were the best duplication glitches out in the game right now. If I missed any, please make sure to let me know. These glitches will get you to where you want to be super easy, just give it a try. But with that being said, that's all for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.